Hello, my friends. Probably search at least one row of cents tonight. I got two more. Unfortunately, these two both look like they have brand new pennies on the end. They might all be new. All right, so let's talk about something else. Went by my coin dealer. I bought some silver today. And we're going to look at it. And I'll lay that there and just lay the coins in it as I pull them out. Talk about them. What I got is all worn out here, but I bought it right at the calculated melt price by grams. Now, we have a bunch of dimes. They're all worn tremendously, and I'll show you what I mean. These 9 dimes weigh out at about a little over 20 grams, so they're down a little bit. If they were uncirculated or nearly uncirculated, 9 of them would be 22.7 grams, and these add up to 20.17 grams. So as you can tell, that one you can kind of see a date on it. I didn't want that to go that far. One of these, where is it? This one. This one's not worn as much, but somebody clipped at the edges of the coin with a wire cutter or something, which gives it a different kind of look. I don't see a mint mark on there, but they took the 4 corners off. But like I said, these are all worn quite a bit, and they're teens dates, 1901 and then probably 7. Hello. None of them were worth a whole lot. Like I said, 22.5 grams. A gram of 90% silver is worth about 1.4 cents, give or take. So the next cent I got, this has been polished up. There is a date, 1926. If there was a mint mark, it would have been right there. It's worn off so much that if there's a mint mark, it's pretty well gone. This weighed about 5.95 grams, which is not down a whole lot. Now, this is 1906 Barber half dollar. Very worn. It does look like the very faint, if the light hits it, Orleans mint mark. So it's, I believe it to be a New Orleans coin, 1906. But all these together, if they weren't worn, would come up to 44.5 grams. Hello Silver and Cigars, and Alice Weller, and Toster. But they actually weigh 41.25 grams, give or take. And, well, I take that back, 37.3 grams, and is worth $41.25, give or take. Oh no, I got it all wrong. They're worth $40.28, give or take. Or maybe even a little less. But anyway, it was bought near melt. But melt on 90% silver has gone up so much because silver has pushed past $36, which makes this stuff more expensive to buy, even when you're buying it at or below melt. Little bag of silver, several dimes, 9 dimes, a quarter, and a $1/2. More than an ounce of silver by weight. Now, we're going to go ahead and search this cent roll. I don't know what I'm going to find. I'm kind of hoping to find copper and maybe a wheat cent. Last time I searched a roll, this might be it. I thought it was a 56, but I don't see it. I did get a wheat cent. Might not have been this one, but I did get a wheat cent out of that roll. So we're going to go ahead and take this and rip this open and see if we can't find some silver. Or not silver, sorry, copper. Or wheat cent. And you're not going to make these after 2026, so the cent's going away. Not immediately, but soon. There's a wheat one, or a copper one right there. 1976. It looks like someone shellacked the front of it or something. But that is a wheat, or not wheat, but copper. 2020. These, no. Those are all newer ones. They're zinc plated with copper. They're actually worth more than a cent to make them. 92, 90, 2019. I feel like that's probably copper. Well, it's 91. That's an older one too, but not old enough. By the way, copper in a penny, if it's copper that is, these aren't, it's worth almost 3 cents per cent. There's a copper one. So 2 copper, 1977. We're almost halfway through the roll and we've only found 2 copper cents, so I'm hoping something happens in here to make it worth my time. But it's not looking very good. That looks older. I don't know that it's copper, but it does look older. Oh, it's a 73. There's an 81. That's definitely copper. 2019 and 2000. So let's look at the 1981. This thing might have come out of a mint set or something because it's barely worn. So this one, although it's been out in circulation some, probably got stuck in a coffee jar or something for a while because it doesn't have very much wear on it. So that's 4, and we got about 20 cents to look through. Hopefully we can get at least 10 total copper ones. 74, 2000 something. That's 2000. It's torn up though. But we did get one more that's copper, kind of beat up. 74D. So that's 5 copper cents and about 15 to go, give or take. And we might search another row after this one. There's a 71 Denver right there. Those are not copper. 1971D. But One other thing that would be nice to get in this is like a dime or something. I have the last of that roll in my hand. That's not copper. Again, while I'm trying to find these, a copper cent. There's a 74 right here. And that is 2007. Hello, David. 74. So out of that roll of cents, there was 7. And those are going to go into this cup. And I'll just put them in the cup they're in. And ultimately, I'm going to dump that cup, plus what I've gotten in my change, into this coffee jar, which is a 7-ounce instant coffee jar that's a little more than half full of copper cents from 1959 to 1981. And again, the reason why we are searching is because copper cents are worth more than a cent. They're almost worth 3 cents in copper. So we'll do one more, and then I'll save the other one for tomorrow. But I did get silver today. There's a Barber half, a Standing Liberty quarter, and 9 dimes, Mercury dimes, all worn. I weighed it out and bought it for right near melt, maybe a little under. So we'll get one more row going. This is new cent and new cent, so if there's anything older in the middle, that'll be nice. If they're all new cents, well, this was a complete waste. You never know what you're going to get in these. Hoping to get a wheat cent. Oh, but those first few, they all look brand new, so this might be a complete row of new cents. 2023. They're 2023s. And given that they're all 2023s, this whole row is probably 2023s. Philadelphia. Hello, Aaron. Yeah, this is not good. Them are all brand new. They're all 2023s. So this looks like this came straight from a big bag and wrapped it in at the bank and then put for circulation. I was afraid when I saw all new on both sides that this was going to happen. I mean, I don't have to tell anyone, that's pretty much self-explanatory that these are all brand new cents. Unless there was some error in 2023 worth looking for, these are just going to go back to circulation. So that one is not looking good at all. No luck. I mean, as I peel back this further, all I'm seeing is new cents, new shiny pennies. Those are all new. This whole row is 2023 Philadelphia, I believe. So when you hunt coin rolls, sometimes you get this. They're all 2023 Philadelphias. So I didn't get any copper this row. Well, I can't say that for sure. I got a few more to look at, but there you have it. 2023s. Philadelphia, every single one of them. I did get a $50 roll from the bank a month or two ago, and they were all 2024 half dollars. So that wasn't, that last row was kind of pitiful. But like I said, I did get some silver today. And silver was sitting over $36. So now, granted, when I say worn out, I mean worn out. This thing is under 11.5 grams. It's like 11.1 something. But I do believe there's a trace of the Orleans Mint circle around, right there. It looks like there was a mint mark. It's pretty well worn off, along with all the details, and this is slightly bent. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that one side of the coin pressing up. A flat coin that's not bent shouldn't be able to press on one side and have it come up. This is pretty flat. This is bent slightly. You might be able to tell by looking. It's kind of hard to tell, but I know it's bent. But I will buy silver even though it's up a lot, because I do believe it could go up higher. You never know. And anything can happen. 9 dimes weighs out at 20.17 grams on my scale for 9 dimes when it should have been 22.5. So that's how worn they are. They're all nearing dateless, pretty much, except for the one that's been cut on with a wire cutter. It's not worn a lot. 1923, but someone tried to crimp it with wire cutters, it looks like, seeing that they could cut the coin. If it was a half dime or a 3-cent silver piece, they might be able to, because they're very thin, much thinner than a dime. But nothing too special. They're all probably common, and they're worn so bad now that unless there was a 16D that you could still make out the date on, it's not going to be worth anything. Hello, Woodchera and Dustin. $2024 Denver. The nickel, you mean? 1926, very common. There might be a hint of a mint mark left over here. But it's kind of hard to tell. It would be right over here down by the bottom star. But this looks like, even if it had a mint mark, you're not going to be able to tell what it was. This was, even though they are worn by silver weight, this is almost right around $40 worth of silver, pretty give or take. Might be more like 30, 38, 50 or something, but oh well. I mean, a couple weeks ago I went by the Coinstar and had this in it. So even though I might have paid it slightly over on those, this one I didn't pay anything for because it was in the reject of a Coinstar. 1954 is 90% silver. So this is likely all new cents. So I'm not going to bother even searching it right now. I don't want to spend any more time than I have. But I hope everyone has a good night, because it's pretty much all I got. And the copper cents, people are trying to collect these and pull them out of circulation. I've seen videos and stories on the news, because right now the copper in these is worth more than a cent, by nearly 3 cents per cent. But that's kind of all I have for tonight. I hope everyone has a good night, and we will see you next time.